Hello everyone, my name is Tom Hanks and I got a couple of topics that I want to talk about today. Sorry for that mouse pointer on the screen there, if it was indeed visible. Anyway, firstly, now that the Athena campaign is kind of over, what's up next in automation? I thought about this and I will actually be doing a campaign of a sort of British sports car manufacturer to kind of take this into a different direction, because I know I've already done a sports car playthrough with ESE, and people have still asked about a sports car campaign. So I decided to take it into a slightly different direction. Maybe have some cars that are a little bit different from what I did with ESE, to just not do the same cars over and over again, and with different brandings. And after that, though, like I'm always open for reviews. I can just throw in a week of reviews whenever I have enough entries. And this time I'm actually going to be putting my email address to which you can send your zip folders of the cars files into the description of this video. I said that on a previous Let's Talk video as well, but I forgot about it, so that's my fault. I'm certainly gonna remember this time though, because I wrote it down on a sheet of paper. It's lying right next to me as I'm speaking. So yeah, I won't forget this time. And I was actually in the past couple of days, I was thinking, well, automation has been going on for really long on my channel now, and I know that most of you guys, most of my subscribers are coming from my automation videos. It is still my most viewed series, and it's definitely the one game I'm currently known for most. However, there are so many things I've done already in this game that I'm kind of running out of ideas. And also, like, I'm kind of thinking that automation is not a huge game, not a hugely popular game on an objective level. And I thought that maybe if I wanna expand my channel, if I wanna take this channel a little bit further and move on and appeal to other audiences, maybe I'm gonna pause the automation series once I'm done with with all the reviews I'm getting in with the new campaign, and in place of this play something else that's related to cars. So don't completely go into a different direction that's far away from what I started out with. I don't know what kind of replacement game there would be for automation that's kind of doing a similar thing. But I will do a little bit of search for games that are similar in various aspects to automation, but kind of different in their execution. And obviously, once automation gets ported over to the Unreal 4 engine, I will be playing it in again. And that's, if I do decide to pause the automation series at one point, then whenever it gets ported to UE4, I'm gonna return. That's for sure. But it's not certain that I'm gonna pause the series to begin with. So it's just hypothesizing at this point. What else did I want to talk about is the car. So I will be able to grab a loan from the bank this coming Friday. So that's going to be the 15th, I think. With that, I will be leasing a new car, and it's going to basically, I've done a little bit more research on some written reviews of the Maserati Ghibli diesel, because I really want to read some opinions, because there's not really many videos, not many video reviews of it. So written reviews are basically the only source for information that I have, and I have no idea what it's like then, because they go into pretty different directions. Like some say that it rides subpar for a car of its class. Some say that it rides well enough for a sports sedan. Some say that the kind of sound generator that the diesel gets to make it sound more like a petrol V8 actually does its job and makes it sound nice. And some say that it's just extremely artificial and not actually sounding like very, very good. Some say that it's using way more fuel than the manufacturer claims, more like 10 to 11 liters per 100 kilometers rather than 5.9. Some say that it's actually more economical. Some say that the ergonomics are actually kind of bad, and some say that the build quality is the best ever in a Maserati, far beyond any Maserati of old. So the point is, I'm confused. I have no idea what to expect, and the only way to get an idea of what it's like to drive one, it is going to be doing a test drive. However, the closest Maserati dealer is in Salzburg, which is like 2 to 2.5 hours of driving away from where I live. So it's kind of a debate whether or not I should go and check it out, because it's so far away. Not only is it inconvenient to actually collect the car then, because it's 5 hours of driving, getting there and getting back. Also, like, if anything breaks, I gotta get the car there somehow, trailering it there or whatever. For the annual service, I'm gonna have to get it there and then back, and you get on the idea now. You get the point. So probably it's gonna be a Jaguar then, because we have a Jaguar dealership in town. If anything goes wrong, I could just go there in like 10 to 15 minutes. And the other point is that if I want a bigger car than the XE is with a powerful diesel, I could get an XF diesel, because the Ghibli diesel makes 275 horsepower. It's got a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 diesel, and the XF with the big diesel is also a 3-liter V6 twin turbo diesel, but it makes 300 horsepower. So could be a decent alternative. Or I could just stick with the XES, which is a V6 supercharged petrol engine, 340 horsepower, and it costs, with all the options that I want in it, it costs just a tiny bit less than the Ghibli diesel would cost without optional extras. So there is that. And yeah, that's one more thing I wanted to say, is that for leasing a car, I was previously assuming that there is always a certain percentage of the car's base price that you need to pay in advance, which is calculated by default. But that isn't actually the case. You can choose for yourself how much you want to pay in advance, and the more you pay, the lower the monthly rate will be, and vice versa. The less you pay in advance, the higher the monthly rate will be. But there is a certain thing in Austria that I can't translate in English. It's basically when you're trying to lease a car, they look at all your monthly expenses, right, and how much you're making. So when they see that I'm making this amount of money, and I also have and I'm paying this amount of rent, and they kind of estimate how much I'm spending for like food and whatnot, and when they also see that I have a loan running and pay extra money per month for that, then it could be the case that I can't even lease a car, because they would assume that I can't afford it. They would be afraid of me not being able to pay the price, the monthly costs, and well, I mean, you can't really blame them. They can't know that I got other incomes as well that are just starting up when I'm getting the loan, because I'm using a part of that to start something else alongside of my main job. So and that'll certainly be enough to pay for the leasing. So I'm up in the air. I'm really hoping that I can, in fact, take a loan and lease a car, because it would suck if I couldn't, because that would mean that if I still get the loan running and I want to buy a car, I need to actually purchase it like in one. So for the Maserati Ghibli diesel, for example, I'd need to pay the 75 grand straight on if I want it, while also having a loan running. And that would suck, because it would take a little while to get to 75 grand. But still. Anyway, just that was, I think, all I wanted to say. It's been a pretty long Let's Talk episode, really. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for all your suggestions. I will not forget to post my email address into the description of this video below. And well, hope you guys are having a great day, and see you next time.